Alright, so I've spent probably 2 or 3 hours trying to film this video, and then it got way too long, so then I've scrapped it. I'm going to pick up where I've finished up with that video, and then I'll put that video up later on, just as a random video. But so this is going to be the actual first impressions video for Fabledom. So I've played a fair bit of this game. I've played between 15 and 20 hours. Let's have a look. It's probably more like 19 hours, because I had this open for a few hours today because I was trying to record a video, and then I had to go away for a few hours and come back, so it's probably more like 19 hours, but still I've played a fair bit on this one playthrough. So this is Fabledom. So you've got pigs and chickens and chicken keepers and pig keepers and all of that, and that is just the beginning. So it's a pretty cool looking game, pretty cartoony art style. I don't know, I sort of like it. It's cool, sort of very colourful, very pretty. They're all there doing their thing, carrying stuff, working away. Pretty cool. I dig it. So yeah, it's all happening, right? Excuse me, sorry, I'm a bit sick. So, alright, so let's get into it. So this is Fabledom, right? So you start the game. You have nobility, you have happiness, and you have population. Nobility is like a alternative type of currency to gold or coin, so you can use it to get yourself out of sticky situations if you don't have any gold, or you want to save your gold, or vice versa. It's sort of like influence, but you can lose it and gain it by doing objectives. So if you take on an objective and then you don't meet it, you can lose nobility, and if you do succeed, you'll gain nobility. Sorry. Happiness is tied to like a lot of like the statistics of your village. So the prettier it is, the less pollution there is around the residential part. Hang on, sorry, I'm gonna blow my nose. Alright, so sorry. I was eating some M&Ms. I just needed to blow my nose. So, happiness is tied to your efficiency, and the more happy your population is, the more likely people will move in. So this population here, every 9, or I think it's 14 or 11 days or something like that, more people will come and want to settle in your town. The higher your happiness, the better your town, the more people will want to move in. You can only have the amount of people that you have the amount of space. So I'll just do that so we can come back to that. So we've got people to move in. So peasants stay in homesteads, which are these. So this is the first starting area that will, like, this will be the first sort of setup that you'll be building. So you'll be building tier 1 buildings, so the inn, homestead, bakery, stuff like that. Messengers Guild allows you to contact other other leaders of other areas. Sorry. So yeah, that's your basic sort of starting setup. So you need wells to cover areas. It's all about setting things up in areas to cover areas. So there's there's a couple of cool UI things here. So the desirability one shows you where a good spot to place the homestead or the condominium or townhouses. So this is your start tier 1. Purple's really good, blue's better. I mean, blue's a little bit not as good, and then green's average, but it's not bad. And then red is pollution areas, so places that stink, loud. So you got your sawmills, coal makers, pigsties, stuff like that. So all your production areas you want to sort of keep out of your town, which is what I've been trying to do, but when you start you only have one tile, so you sort of got everything jammed into one spot, and then as you progress you get more money, you can buy more areas. I've nearly bought the whole map, I've only got one section to go. So once you own all the map, then you can sort of spread out and make more room. So that's one thing to keep in mind. You will be, well, now that I've played the game, I know a lot more like what's coming, so it'd be a bit easier to plan, but everything was sort of just like, oh, I unlocked something new, oh, it's not going to fit there, oh, I have to move everything around. So it's a little bit of a punish, but it's not the game's fault, it's my fault. So yeah, so this is the tier 1 area. Your barracks are for your military units. You got military training grounds so that you can train out of peasants and stuff, decorations, whatever. This is your hero quarters, so your hero is just your hero that wanders around the map. There's certain things on your little map that are like wild encounters, so I've done most of them. There's that one there, the witch. I think that's it. I think I've done every other one for now. So doing the encounters, like this is one. So they give you, these are all your positive buffs, and then red ones are negative buffs. So this is Eric One Eye. So Eric roams your kingdom, spreads global happiness, increased by 5. And then this is another one, Eric Jr., I think. Yeah, so he's another one, whatever that. Same thing, like positive buff. This is another one, Bob Barkskin. So your trees grow better. There's a beanstalk that you can climb and get a golden goose that produces gold. This is really important because gold is just, you always seem to not have enough gold. Even now, like at one point I had nearly 10,000, and then it just really quickly you build too many buildings and you don't have enough population to go with it, and then you start going close to going in the red. So then there's that. So that's all your hero and your military sort of thing. All of my units are out on expeditions, which we'll get to shortly. So yeah, this is this is the production thing. So this is for the tier 2s. So it's really good over here. They don't want to be around the homesteads because they're better than that, I guess. And then there's also another cool one that tells you how many people are in. Pause that for a sec. So you can see there's no people in this house, 3 people in this lumber camp, 3 people in this quarry. So if you have, what happened to me is if all your people start getting sick and you don't have a hospital ready, then they're all going to start dying. And you need to see where they've died, which people have died at where, so you can fill them. Because if you're in important industries making your planks or making your stone bricks or whatever, you don't want no one in them buildings. So this was a real lifesaver. This is a great little feature. I love that. And then yeah, so back to normal. So that's one thing that really I was impressed with. You got your demolition, your upgrade, so it just turns your roads into the next tier and then the last tier for money. This is how you purchase territories. So 1200, we don't have enough to buy the last one yet, but that's alright, we can wait. Then you got your world map and your overview menu and your construction menu. So we'll take a quick look at the world map and these 2 menus before we go into this. So your world map, you've got your other areas around the map. So they're all got different leaders. This is the one I'm trying to marry at the moment to get the warrior. I've already unlocked all this stuff, but I thought that this one looked like it would be the best one with all the sort of war stuff. I didn't realise that you don't actually go to war with other players. You just sort of have little events on your map. As far as I know, I might try and attack him and see what happens, because he's easy and he's a money bags. So yeah, so you can do you can send the messages, blah 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 blah. Trade. They have missions that have different rewards. Some of them can be good for their relation, some of them can be bad. But it all just depends on what you get, and obviously the more units and the more stuff you have, the more missions you can do. I think you can only do up to three world missions at a time, which is this. That's that. So that shows you your active missions at the moment, how long you have left, and all that sort of stuff. Alright, and then there's an overview menu, so you can see who's sick, who's not happy, who's hungry. So there's a sick person. So yeah, you get the idea. So that's handy, and you can see who's unemployed. In the start of the game, this is handy. At the late game, you've got hundreds, so it doesn't really matter too much. Then you can see which buildings are empty, so that's a good one as well. So that sort of just shows you about your different buildings, who's in what, which is alright. So we might put 2 people in the circus tent, and we'll put someone in the mall. Yeah, right. I don't know what that's about. Anyway, so yeah, and then you can alter your taxes. Oh, sorry, I moved the bank. So you can change the tax rate, which is increases happiness or makes it worse. Stuff like that. The resource graph, I haven't really used any of this, but that's like if you needed to sort of look at how it's coming and going over the past 10 years. So we're up to year 21, far out, didn't know that. So you can set production limits on stuff, which is really handy because you don't want like 1 million of everything. Like you don't want to run out of logs, so you set 350, that's good. Whatever, depends on your storage. So that's really handy. To keep an eye on all that sort of stuff, so that's another good feature. And then the construction menu, so you have your basic housing, you can put it into tiers, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. You got your resource, your food production, and then you got your resource production here. And then you've got essentials, so like your builders and labourers and hospitals and all that sort of stuff. And you slowly unlock them as you get further. These are like your entertainment amenities. So obviously they get more expensive the further you get. I don't think I've built the Ferris wheel yet, but that's cool. Then you got your military stuff. Some buildings you can only build one of. Your walls, so you got your walls here. And then decorations, which also boost your happiness. So the purple areas are where you have decorations. And then certain decorations like this statue, it covers a big area. And then like you got your lighthouses and stuff and all this other random bits and pieces. So you've got all of that. Gambler's Garden. Cupid's Garden. So yeah, you got all this stuff. So that's your build menu, and then your courting. Sorry, that's the word, courting. Whoever you pick gives you certain buildings. I wanted to get this because I didn't want to have a shit hero, because I thought that would be very important for like exploring and stuff like that. Turns out they're not that important, and the training dummy sucks anyway. Like it's really slow, so it's not that big of a deal anyway. But yep, and then the arms dealer. So the arms dealer, you trade in armament, and it gives you 10% buff on attack damage and health for all your soldiers. So it's pretty good. I'm nearly able to do the next one now, so I'll do that. So yeah, that's all the menus, and then you've got your pass. So cheapest road, second, and then that's the same price. But I don't know if if they make them faster. I think that it makes them faster when they walk on roads, and I'm not sure if it's faster between each tier or not, but I think that's the idea of it. So that is the building menu there. Alright, so now back to the population. Every 20 days, you'll get newcomers, and then depending on your happiness, the higher your happiness, the more likely people will want to stay. So this is 3 out of 5, so I can get 1 peasant, and I've got room for 1 more commoner, so I can get 2 peasants because 3 people want to stay, 2 peasants and 1 commoner, and then that's maxed out, and then I've got a few more people I can bring in there. So if I click that, my income will go up because there's more taxes, and my population will go up as well. So if we look over, that house is full. So see that them 2 people, they've gone straight into that house there. So that's good. So what you want to do, right, is you want people who are living close to the production buildings have the green dot, and then if they're a bit further away they have the yellow dot, and then if they are very far away, I might not even have red dots anymore. Yeah, they have a red dot. So red dots are not good. I don't know. Anyway, alright. Build 8 amenity structures. Alright, just give me a second. Alright, sorry, so we'll take this on. I don't know what how long do we have? Oh, there's no time limit, so it's easy. Alright, sweet. We've already built a lot, but that's alright. So yeah, we've basically covered all that sort of random stuff. So this is the tier 2 housing. So tier 2 housing, you start with a condominium, sorry. So you put one of them down. I'll show you how to do it. So you pop one of these down. So I'll just go, I want one here. And then you have to put foundations down for your residential places. So some of them, it is... Some of them, some of them, for their homestead, you only need 2x2. So then they put a tree in a chicken coop or a dog house and a clothesline or whatever. So they all have little buffs that they give each household. These ones are a bit different, so you need to put townhouses to hold 2 residents. Shops allow you to... they sort of like hold food and materials and stuff like that, and then you can like it makes it increases the happiness in the area. So I'll show you one. I haven't really played around much with them because you don't really need to, but this guy has pork, so then he boosts the happiness around there because pork is readily available for all these houses. So yeah, I haven't really played around much with that, but you don't really need to because you've got so much going on. So one thing I did realise that is pretty game changing is you always have this empty space in the middle of them for these, because you have to have 3 by 3, and then you want to be able to fit all of the buildings. So see I've got 12 townhouses, so the maximum amount of residents for that one building, and then I try and have 4 of these, but if I can't fit 4, it doesn't really matter about the shops because I don't really use that. But the houses are very important, so I usually make them at least this size, if not bigger. I might even make it the same as that one. Yeah. And then we can do this. No, move that. Like so. So then that's the same. And then so what you can do is you need to have a well in the radius of, it's like the similar as the homesteads. You need wells to cover all of the area. So this one, it's a basic well, and then these are town wells. So I've found that you can delete one tile of the foundation in here and put a well inside. I did have them all over the town, but it's a lot neater if you can stick them inside and you can't see them. So that's cool. Okay, good. So yeah, so what they'll do is they'll build all this stuff, and then once this condominium is completed, then they will then they'll start building all of the townhouses and all that stuff, and they'll fill it all in. So yeah, and then you've got granaries and stockpiles and stuff. So it's very similar to Manor Lords. It's like cartoon Manor Lords, really. It's a pretty cool game. I'm gonna play some more Manor Lords probably after this video. So I'll make this video, pop it up, and then I'm probably gonna have a bit of a game of Manor Lords. I haven't played for a while. So anyway, back to that. That is the tier 2 housing in a nutshell. And then, so I didn't know what I was doing, so I thought, this is the tier 3, so this is the palace, right? This is the palace for the tier 3. So what I originally was planning was to put it up here, because this is all you see. So I was like, oh, maybe it's just a big building, I can probably smack it here. Didn't fit everything in there. So that, I was hoping, I built all the walls and stuff, and I was hoping to put it up here, but then I couldn't, so then I've just turned it into a fort sort of thing. And then so I was like, oh, it's like big and cool looking, I'll put it in my town. So I put it in my town, and the amount of resources that it costs is insane. I think it was like 8,000, 9,000 gold, and then like hundreds and hundreds of stone and plank and stuff like that. It took a very long time to build. And then once I finished it, then I realized that it has all these little decorations and stuff, and I made it about half the size that I could have. See that? Could have made the foundation 200 tiles big, so I could have made it twice the size of this, spread out, put all these cool little decorations in there, make walls and stuff. So I really sort of was a bit upset when I realized that, because like there's so much potential that I could have made that look really cool, but it's all sort of, you don't know what you're doing until you start building, and then it's just like a shitstorm of buildings everywhere, and you're like, oh, where can I put this? Oh, where can I put that? So your first playthrough is sort of a bit of a nightmare, because you keep going, you'll unlock something, you're like, oh, I wish I could have put it there, and then if you try and move buildings around, then there won't be able to get a certain resource and stuff like that. But I sort of set myself up here because I decided to build this in between the water and the peasant area, when really I should have had the peasant area on the edge and then built my main city in the middle or something like that. But that's alright, you learn. So yeah, so that is that. The nobles, which is your tier 3 housing, you can't get through the newcomers. You only unlock them by doing quests. So this is this one that I've just unlocked here. So what we'll do is we'll build some amenities. So the Ferris wheel is one, so that's good. We'll get that Ferris wheel going. What does a mall do? Anyway, so yeah. Got a cafe, so we'll drop a cafe down. Somewhere. Yeah, so that is that. And put a puppet show. We have a puppet show there. Puppet show here. Anyway, yeah, so we put a pub in. Need a pub. Everyone wants a pub. Cafe. I don't have a pub, do we? How annoying. So this is a completed mission. So both our sword fighters survived. We got all this extra stuff. So that's good. That just goes straight into our coffers. Sometimes it gives us a chest. So you just drop them down near your storage and they'll move them around when they have to. But yeah, so that's that. So then there's that debuff that we just had to take because we had no nobility. I don't know. I didn't notice that. So the trolls. So let's have a look at the trolls. So here's the trolls here, right? So these are annoying, right? But you have to get rid of them because they keep popping up. And if you let them build up, then you got to try and take them all out. And especially because I've only got one territory left, I think they'll all spawn in here, so I'll have to fight all of them at once. So trolls. What are the trolls about? You get this building in some point in the game called the Mystic Mine, and how it works is your fortification level, which is this here, affects how much income you get per cycle. So every 11 days or whatever that is, I can't remember, I think it's 11 days, you get a certain amount of money, and then this is added on to that. So your fortification level is gauged off how many walls you have and your towers and your weapons on your towers. Has nothing to do with your actual military. It's only your defensive buildings that affects. So I just thought that I better clear that up so everybody knows that that's what that's all about. Square. No. Anyway, so yeah, that is your foundation level. So it maxes out at 10. So the most amount of money you can get from the Mystic Mine is 220 at level 10. I think it starts at 120, something like that, and then it tells you where the troll camps are, which is here. So we don't have many units around at the moment. This is to select all your military units on the map, this infinity sign. So then you send them up here. They group in groups of 4 per tile, so 1, 2, 3, 4. If you have less than that, then it's just however many units you have. So there'll be 2 in this tile, and there's a maximum of 4. So each one groups into 4 units. Just so you know. And there's archers and swordsmen at the moment. I don't know if there's any other ones you can unlock. But yeah, so for now that's what we have. So that is the combat side of these, and that just about sums up this area, I think. So your weapons on top of your towers, ballistas, fire at everything, but they are the only things that can shoot at dragons. So sometimes you get a dragon that comes in, he flies around, he makes everyone upset. So you want ballistas to take care of that, and then you want cannons and mortars, because they do way more damage, for things like the trolls. But they all use prismatic liquid, which is this stuff here, which is slow to get. So you want to be doing things missions that give you prismatic liquid. Makes it a lot better, a lot easier to fend off the dragon and the trolls and stuff like that. So that is the defensive structures covered. So how long have we got? We've got 28 days for them two and 3 days for the hero. So when they all come back, we've got 113 of this. So I don't know if I covered this. You can resurrect fallen units at the hero's quarters. Here. So we can bring back 11 blokes. Just like that. So then we go 4, 4, 4 and 1. So if I do this again and I bring them all over here, you'll soon see them in groups of 4. So one thing I've found is pretty much everything relies on stone blocks, logs and timber planks. So that's the bottleneck. I've been getting a lot of timber planks at the moment because of missions and stuff. But the bottleneck for pretty much everything in the late game is planks and blocks. So this one, stone bricks, and planks. So I was just slapping down sawmills and masonry camps and stuff like that. But it's just sort of out of everything, that was the thing sort of slowing me down the most, I found. The game has only just come out, so it might need some balancing and stuff. It released on the 13th of May, so it's only been out for a week. So there'll be plenty of balancing to go out. I'd say there's been 2 little patches already. So everyone survived. Very good. So we got some coin. Everything worked out great. So we'll bring everyone over here. So there's 2 blokes there. And then everyone else should come over. So as you can see, like, the building's a bit slow. We need to build more amenities to the inn. Where can we put the inn? Nobody's in there. Alright, so what are we up to? Excuse me. Puppet show. Okay, we can build the Ferris wheel. So the Ferris wheel, where do we want to put the Ferris wheel? That's pretty cool. Where is it going to fit is the problem. If we put the Ferris wheel down here, that's pretty cool. So decorations. So you can sort of pretty everything up with your decorations anyway. So we'll leave that. We'll let them build. There's probably a couple of amenity buildings there covered. Waiting for this stone mine to be done so that we can build something here as well. Probably would have been a good spot for the Ferris wheel, but anyway, so we're still waiting on all that stuff to get built, which is taking a while. We can get one more soldier. And then we'll do the feast before we attack the trolls so that we get the military bonus stuff. So I didn't go into that fully. The nobles are who's the third tier of citizens. So you recruit through the missions, and then they are the only people who can work in any of the buildings in the palace. So each building gives you, so this one gives you 10% per noble off the food consumption. So that's why we've got so much food now. This one, shorter missions. This one, you need 3 working in here to produce feast supplies, which you need to hold a feast, and then you can pick a ruler to use, and they've all got different buffs and stuff like that. So that's good. And then you can marry the one that you're courting and stuff, but you need a heap of resources, so there's so much stuff. So much stuff to do. Alright, so that is that. We'll do that shortly and have a look at that. We're about 40 minutes in already. Alright, so we need to hurry this up a bit. I'll hurry that up. Yeah, so that's your weapons. I've talked about. This whole thing's pretty much sweet. Yeah, so what I'll do is we'll do the feast. So we'll do the feast now. Probably that one. I would say that'll give us the right amount of bread, I think. And then we just need to pump a heap of amenity buildings out. Anyway, so we can get 2 more. So we need more archers, so we'll get 2 more when that's up to the next one. There we go. Alright. Here we go. Let them gather. Let's do the feast now before we attack. Actually, doubling the income would probably be better. But if we don't consume food for 50 days, that would probably give us enough. Of that. $50 of that. Yeah, double the income, I think. There we go. Let's watch it. There's all the ballistas and stuff going off. All the mortars, cannons and stuff. Here we go, they're all starting to attack now. It looks like it's in slow motion, but this is normal speed. So that prismatic liquid's getting chewed up because all our cannons and everything are firing. See that? Wiping them out. So we don't have much stone brick and we don't have much iron, so we will take that, I think. So there's that chest I was talking about. And we just plop it over here and then they'll move it into the granaries. Most of this will just go straight into construction, so that'll just be going all in there. So we just filled up all the iron reserves then. So they've all got bigger. Yeah, so we might buy this last block now. We don't have enough. So we'll do the feast. Let's do the feast. Double the income. Double the income. We needed to build some amenities, which that one's waiting on stone. Stone. Everything's waiting on stone. Everything's happy. So everything on, so all the stone's gone out of that straight away just to finish all that construction. So yeah, you can see that bottleneck of stone and plank. So we don't have any coal actually, so that's a problem. Coal. We need more coal. Drop another one here. Drop another 2. And then another logging camp. Out here as well. With a forester. And connect all that up by road. So that's all got to get done. We don't have any prismatic liquid. We don't have any food. So we're just waiting for all of that to come in. So we'll double the income, I think. Yeah. Yep. There we go, so that's good. So now alright. Happiness. Far out. This is blown out, isn't it? Alright, let's buy this. Buy the last territory. Four more people. So that is that. What did we need? We needed to do either that has to be over or it has to be for the person that you want to marry, which is annoying if that's the case. And then let's just build a couple of inns just to finish that off. And build an inn there. Build an inn. Move that one over here. Build an inn here. There's two. That puppet show's done. Wonder if we move stuff. Does that count? No. No, it does not. Alright. They're back. Where? Where are they? Oh no. Alright, let's get in here and sort them out. Can't have that. Sort them out, boys. Do that. Make it worth it. Good riddance. Flour. Heaps of flour. Heaps of coal. Yeah, that's good. And we want some more bakeries. Alright, Giovanni. It's gonna end up being nearly an hour as well. Sorry about that. should have probably thrown the feast. Oh dear, oh dear. Get that going again. Planks for eggs. No. We will not do that. Hospital. Bring him in. Bring him in. Dun, 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 dun. Just gonna put a heap of these down here. Four, 6, 7, 5, 6. Sorry. Beauty contest. We're number 3 now, so that's not bad. That's not bad. $54, so we can get 8 more military. We'll wait for that. So yeah, this is more or less the game anyway. So we'll quickly go over what I think of the game and all of that jazz now. While we're doing this, when that's done, we'll hopefully be able to do the feast and stuff. So we'll just put it here somewhere so we can just watch what's going on. So this is Fabledom. It has very positive reviews at the moment. It's come out on the 13th of May 2024, which was about 7 days ago, so it's about a week out of release. It is currently $20.18 Australian. So that's 35% off. It's normally $31.05 in Australian. So let's quickly look at what it is in the other currencies. Sorry, bear with me. I normally have it all open, but I've had a few goes at this video, so it's a bit chaotic. So Fabledom. At the moment in euro, it is 13 euros and 64. 13.64 euros. I don't know. 11.43 pounds. 13.64 American dollars. 17.86 Canadian dollars. $19.81 in New Zealand. In Brazilian reals, it's $40.94 or whatever that is. I don't know any of that stuff. So yeah, that is Fabledom for you around the map. It is made by Grenna Games, and it is a city builder, relaxing sandbox colony sim. I do like this game. I think it's a great game. I think it's got a lot of potential. It would be good if you could sort of invade other players and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't think you can do that yet. But the game has just come out. I'll definitely be keeping an eye on this one. I'll definitely be playing it again. It's really surprised me. It's a really cool game. I really like it. I think that the first time you play it, you make a lot of mistakes, but it sort of teaches you how to play the game. And then after that, you're laughing because then it's just going to be sort of smooth sailing from there. So I think that it is definitely worth giving this game a go. Fabledom. I've played more like 20 hours instead of the 4 or 5 that I was talking about, but I really wanted to get to the late game and see where it was, if it was flushed out. There is plenty to do. Like, I've played one game and I've played 20 hours. So yeah, there's a lot to it. There's a few things that I think need to be tweaked a bit, like the amount of resources that you get stuck behind just because of stone and planks slows the whole game down, makes it a bit annoying. I feel like the labourers and the labourers' huts, they sort of just all get lost, and like it just takes a really long time to build anything. So like, and then half of the objectives, it's like build this. If you complete it in 30 days, you get 5 nobility. If you don't, you lose 5 nobility. And I feel like a lot of them, it's just because the builders fart around, and if you have other stuff building, you can click make this a priority, but I feel like they will still just sort of wander around, and it makes it real, sort of slows it right down. I don't know. I feel like the AI with the building maybe needs a bit of work, but other than that, that's pretty good. Yeah, I think that other than that, it's pretty cool. I'd like the combat to maybe have a bit more. I'd like the combat to sort of have a bit more, more than just like the trolls. Like maybe well, let's do it now and let's just have a look. So this guy, right? Let's abuse him. And let's tell him we want 200. And we'll give him 1 egg. Okay, so you can't do that. Just trying to piss him off. Okay, so we can steal 800 food off him. So let's do that. So that should sort him out. Make him really upset. The dragon's here, so we can do that. So let's have a look at the dragon. So here's the dragon, right? He comes over and he makes everyone upset. But we have got bad news for the dragon. Bad day to be a dragon. So we've fully drained the HP of the dragon this time, because I keep putting ballistas in, but it doesn't die, which is a shame. It'd be cool if you could actually kill the dragon, so it wouldn't come back, and then maybe you get some special buff or something. But yeah, normally when it gets to low health, it'll just fly away, but that time we've fully got rid of its health bar and it still leaves, which is a bit of a shame, but that's alright. So that's the dragon that I was talking about, and the ballistas are the only thing that can attack the dragon, and they use prismatic liquid. So that is that. The farming and everything, I feel like at the start of the game you're sort of just chasing yourself around trying to fill up the production of stuff, which is pretty standard, I guess. I think it's all about you're sort of stuck to the territories that you have unlocked, so you're just cramming stuff in, and then when you get to the late game, then you've got all the room, but you've already sort of set everything up. Like, I could spend hours moving everything around and making it how I want, but I'd probably rather just start again, to be honest. I've only played on this one map. I haven't played on any other maps, but it is a cool looking map. There's plenty of features. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, this has been Fabledom. If you do, I'll just put the wedding and all that in another video if anyone does want to see it. But let me know, and then if anyone does watch this video and wants me to play Fabledom, then let me know in the comments and subscribe and like the video, and let me know what you want to do. If you want me to play more of this game, I'll more than happily play it. If you want me to, we can name people after people, like we can call this lady Margaret. So if we can name everything, you know what I mean? We can call this bloke Peter Paul, Stephen, son. Oh my god. Oh, can't even do that many letters. Alright, well that'll do. But yeah, so we can name people, we can do all that jazz. If anyone does watch this. So yeah, let me know. And if you like this game, you want to see me play more of this game. Sorry, it's gross. Let me know. But this is Fabledom. I definitely recommend this game. This is a great game. I'll definitely be playing this game again. So I'll leave the Steam link in the description, and all the other business that I normally leave, it'll all be in the description. So yeah, thanks for watching. This has been Fabledom, and I'll see you on the next one.